It is time for another daily YouTube live stream. I'm Zach. Welcome back. Let's play some games. Today we are back in Cities Skylines, and we are doing a special project today. Welcome everybody to the Tuesday night stream. And let me jump into the game and show you what I'm talking about. So it's been a little while since I've played Cities Skylines. We've been playing other games and having lots of fun doing it. But I thought we'd come back to do some City Skylines. Now, there's a new City Skylines DLC update dropping in 10 days. So that's not that long. So, rather than me going back to one of my other cities and building on my city and possibly running out of time with what I wanted to do before the new update came out, I thought, why don't I do a special project? So this is not a new city. This is a special project that I've wanted to do for a long time, which is I want to build a military base, like a full-on military base in City Skylines. I don't know if you guys know that much about military bases. I know a few things. And so yeah, we're gonna put some stuff together. I have some special assets I haven't used before. We're gonna use those today. Yeah, and so we're gonna spend a couple of streams just building out a military base. I don't know if this is gonna turn into a full-fledged city, but yeah, this is something I want to do for a while. And none of my city, I have 3 cities going on right now on this channel. I have a Canadians themed city. I have the Lost Valley. I have a what's my other city? The Canadian city. Oh, the Autumn city in New England. So those 3 cities, none of those really I could put a military base in. There isn't like a really good spot. So it's like, let me just do a map just dedicated to a really good, cool looking military base. And that's what this is. I found this map scrolling through the Steam Workshop, and it is incredible. This has got to be one of my most favorite maps I've ever found. It's incredible. It's on a tropical island. So this is going to be a secret military base on a tropical island somewhere. It's going to be so much fun. So I hope you guys are ready for this adventure. Let's jump in and get started. Hello to Liam. I see you in chat. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Liam says you need a winter city now. Hey, maybe we could do a winter city coming up. So this map is made by a creator on the Steam Workshop named Eggsy. Do you know who Eggsy is? Eggsy is one of the, I would say, one of the most famous map creators. Biffa uses his maps. Like, a lot of people play on his maps. So everyone kind of knows who Eggsy is. This is one of his first maps. I went to his workshop and scrolled all the way to the beginning, and you'll find this map. It's called Rinca Island. And it is based off an actual island in Indonesia. So this is based off an actual thing, and it just looks so beautiful. It's just gorgeous. And let me scroll all the way out so you can really get the full picture. It's surrounded on most sides by water, so lots of water access around the whole thing. We have these, this is what looks like to be almost like an old volcano or something that has been like eroded away. But look at this. It's just so cool. This looks like Jurassic Park or something. It's like, are we playing on Jurassic Park? I don't know. Look at how cool this is. There's so many just like cool things throughout this map. Coming over here, look at this gorgeous bridge. This is a gorgeous bridge that just like comes on the map. Look at this. It's so beautiful. Now, since this is such an older map, I'm hoping there's no issues with anything being like out of date or anything, but it doesn't seem like it. I've tested this map a little bit. It has like some kind of like older trees and stuff in here, some older assets, but everything seems to be working. We got these beautiful, look at this beautiful trumpet interchange. So nice. We got these streams coming through here, and I love, like, the colors are so nice. Like, just like these wooded mountains that are going to be all around where we build our base. It's going to look so great. And so, yeah, my idea is that in the tropics somewhere, the U.S. wants to set up a military base. So we're going to set one up right here. This will be our secret military base. Tim is in chat. Hey, Tim, how's it going? Liam says, all those lanes. Yeah, it's a lot of lanes on this freeway. Yeah, and I've been in a very, like, I was thinking about what I wanted to do for the next week or so. And I've been in a little bit of a militaristic kind of mindset. I blame the Roman game we just played, where I was this Roman warrior, and it was so cool. It was so much fun. I was like fighting in battles, and it was so epic. You know, I kind of want to be a Roman gladiator right now. I kind of do. Like, I can't get over this game. It was so much fun. Do you think it would be weird if I just started dressing up like a Roman soldier? Like, you know, if I just went to work and I was dressed up like a Roman soldier? I kind of want to do that. I don't know. I don't think people would give me a hard time. I think it would be awesome. Tim says, I have a rough day today, but I'm alive. How are you doing, Zach? I'm doing great. It's good to see you here, Tim. All right, let me open up my drink here. I am drinking Perrier lime flavored. I know you guys can't see it because the can is green, but yeah, I got my drink. I got City Skylines running. I got everything good to go. Oh, we need a name. We need a really cool name for this island. So if you guys have any suggestions in chat, let me know. So again, it's an island in Indonesia, and it's where we're going to build this military base. So if you have a good name, let me know, and hopefully we can change it. I'll choose the best one. Liam says, do you blow up a kitchen at work? Tim says, nope, been fighting a headache all day. Oh, that's the worst. That is the worst. Okay, so the starting square is right here. And this is a great starting square. See, this is what shocks me so much about this map. This is what shows me how good Eggsy is. So Eggsy, for this to be one of his first maps, to create such a brilliant starting square is shocking to me. This is a starting square that starts off with beachfront access, a train line through the middle of it, and great access to the freeway. I mean, this is a perfect starting square. Not only that, it comes with power. Do you see this? There's a power line attached to these wind turbines on the top of this hill. So it's like you start with free power. That is so awesome. That's so cool. Not only that, let's turn on our water pipes here. It starts with free water pipes. We got free water pipes, and I don't believe we have to pay for these because we didn't put these in. I think they're just part of the map, and we just get free water. I mean, that's so awesome. Well, let me reduce this because you guys can't see what I'm doing. So yeah, there's like various places around this map. Like there's a toll booth here. Look at, oh, there's a toll booth that is charging people to come into this area. That is very cool. So it's got a toll booth. We got water, we got power. So that is awesome. All right, so we're just going to start here. And I think what we're going to do. All right, we have one road coming in. How should we do this? I think what I want to do is I want to come in and do like a roundabout to start off with. And then have a road come off to the side. I think would be a good way to start. Yeah, look at this. Look at this starting interchange. Isn't this gorgeous? I just love how he decorated this with the trees. It just looks so good. This guy's a genius. Look at these flowers. So nice. What is this sign? What does this sign mean? Does this mean bridge? I don't think I've ever seen that sign before. Captain Irish is in chat. Hey, he says, I hope you're doing good, my friend. Well, thanks. Welcome to the stream. All right, so let's start by running out this road here. We're going to grab this road. We're going to use the same one. And just extend this out. And I don't know how far I want to do it. Maybe like halfway between here and here. Look at these beautiful train tracks. What are these custom train tracks? Let me see. These are... Oh, I can't see yet, really. Because I haven't built any train tracks. I think it was one of these custom ones. All right, well, we can look at that later. Yeah, these are definitely not the vanilla ones. They've got to be something else. All right, so I think I'm going to bring out this road a little bit further. I don't remember this being so... Okay. So angled like this. I did, I've been like... I loaded this map up last week, I think, when I was playing around with this and just making sure it worked and everything. But I don't remember this road being this slanted, but I guess it is. So we're just going to go with it. And probably come out to, I want to be about halfway and then do a roundabout. So halfway would probably be... Do I want to come out straight there? I guess the decision would be, if this is going to be a military base, I would like there to be an airport here. Where are we going to put the airport? I'm thinking we could just put an airport alongside the train track, maybe on this side. It would keep the airport separate from the train track. Or we could even have the train be like part of the airport. You know, like if it's bringing like military goods and stuff, it could be like running through the airport. That could be kind of cool. So maybe we'll plan on having the airport be on this side of the train tracks. And then the rest of the military base can be on this side of the train tracks. Okay, I like that. If that's the case, I don't think I really necessarily want this so angled. I feel like the military base would kind of be oriented around these tracks, honestly. So let's change this. We're going to change this. We're going to make this kind of like straight up and down across here. All right, so let's use our planning roads. I've already wasted a ton of money. We're already losing money. It's not good. All right, let's use our planning roads because planning roads are free. I know Liam doesn't like the planning roads, but they're free, Liam. They are free. And we need to not run out of money here because military bases don't make a lot of money. And I'm a little nervous if I'm going to be building an airport and all this kind of stuff. I need to preserve my finances. All right, so for starters, I'm just going to use planning roads and try to draw this out as close to aligned with the edge of this map as possible. I think that looks perfectly straight to me. I hope it is. That looks pretty straight. Okay, so this will be our guideline for a grid that's perfectly aligned with the grid of this map. That comes in handy a lot specifically for Surface Painter, because Surface Painter, where you can draw in like the concrete and the pavement and stuff, Surface Painter will align naturally to this grid. So you don't always have to align your thing to the grid of the map, but if you do, it's kind of convenient, I have found. All right, so this will be kind of the grid here, and then so let's line up, like let's say the middle is like, let's say the middle's like this point. So this should be exactly 90 degrees here. Let's just run this all the way down. Let's say this is 90 degrees. Exactly. Looking good. And then what I can do is take this road and then curve it so it runs directly into here. Maybe I should line it up maybe right here. All right, so let's go ahead and go back. We're going to grab this road again. We're going to do a straight road out from here. Just like this. Straight 90 degrees. And then we'll do a curve, connecting it up to this road here. Try to do a nice smooth curve. This last little bit we'll do a nice straight road. And that is a nice curve right into my road here, which is what I want. And then this is going to continue going on this way towards the train tracks. Now right here, I actually want to make this into a roundabout because I think that's going to help a lot with traffic. So let's go ahead and find a good roundabout road. And I might change the roads we're using. I haven't decided yet. I have a lot of different roads, so we'll have to figure that out. But a roundabout road would need to be a one-way road, and ideally I would like 3 lanes. So a 3-lane one-way. Oh, look at this. We got one right here. Big urban roads, 3-lane, one-way. We also got one here, too. Do I want to use the big urban roads in this town? I might. I really like the way they look. So we might use the big urban roads. I've been using them a lot, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we're going to do the roundabout tool. I have a tool for this. Roundabout builder. We're going to go around here, but we need this to be bigger. I think we click the plus sign. Yeah, plus sign to make this bigger. It doesn't need to be super big, but maybe this size would be good. Yeah, nothing too big. There we go. So nice, beautiful roundabout. Oh, shoot. That's not the 3-lane road. Oh, gosh. I think roundabout builder... Oh, I had to tell the roundabout builder to change the roads, and I didn't. Okay, that's okay. We will upgrade it to the 3-lane road. That is fine. And that's kind of cool. It's 3 lanes, but it's the size of the 2-lane road. That is pretty cool. I like that. So it goes from a 2-lane road to a 3-lane road. Perfect. All right, so for right now, I'm going to delete this road here because I just want this road active. And so we're going to have a road come off here. For right now, I'm just going to use the vanilla 2-lane road. Or we might use the big urban roads. Let's just use this one. We'll upgrade to this guy. All the way down there. We'll actually delete the rest of this now that we've done our planning. And this will be just kind of our start here. Let me delete the rest of this too. Actually, I don't need any of this because this is my grid, so I don't need the rest of this. So we'll get rid of this. All right. How do you think my military base is coming out so far? I think it's pretty awesome. Liam says, I can't wait for my cruise 12 more days. Liam says, those aren't roads. Nothing's free. Everything comes at a cost. Oh, Captain Irish, if you're still in chat, how are you liking the new season of Fortnite? It's fun. The new season, I think, is always fun to watch people play because no one knows what's going on. It's like no one knows the map and everyone's trying to figure everything out. Yeah, so new season of Fortnite just out. I haven't played it yet. And I don't know if I'm going to play it because I haven't played I didn't play it all last season. But yeah, I only have limited time to play video games, so I have to be picky and choosy on what I can play. But I am enjoying. I've been watching a lot of Fortnite live streams lately, and I've been enjoying watching everybody play the new season. Captain says, I've been getting so angry. 7 kills a game, but no wins, LOL. Well, yeah, and the beginning of the season is when all the sweats are in the game. So you're fighting against all the sweaty sweats. So, of course, it's going to be a little bit harder, I think. Liam says, Fortnite is dead just like Twitter and Twitch. What? Yeah, I posted on Discord today, there was a news story about how Twitch's numbers have decreased from last month. The biggest decrease they've ever seen on Twitch. And I think it's just interesting. Like, I don't know. I feel like Twitch has been going downhill for a while. I've never streamed on Twitch, so I'm not necessarily a fan of Twitch. But yeah, they're having some issues over there at Twitch. And for some reason, less people are watching Twitch these days. I don't know why. But there was recently announced a new streaming service that's going to try and compete against YouTube and Twitch. And it's called Kick or something like that. And I actually checked it out today. It seems a little sketchy because they have a lot of like gambling streams and stuff. I think it's funded by a gambling company, which is why they have the money to do it. But I think it's good. I mean, I think competition is always good. So I like to see new platforms get into the space. So I hope they do well. I mean, and who knows? Maybe I should stream on this new platform. I'm also a big fan of alt tech. So alternate tech companies. And you can see on my social media, I'm like on all the major social medias, but I'm also on all the alternative social medias because I try to like encourage use on all these alternative platforms because you don't want Twitter to own everything. Okay, you got to reach out, especially if because so many people get banned these days. Captain says Fortnite is not dead. Liam says, I always bet on black. Well, I'm not going to be doing any gambling streams anytime soon, so. Tim says, I'm back. Good to see you back. Captain says, Cypher PK with Typical Gamer held over 200,000 concurrent viewers, and then there's millions of concurrent players daily. Yeah, I watched some of Cypher's and TG's stream. It was pretty fun. I think it was funny, though, how the new... they had this big event to start off the new season, and I feel like this was the most hated event they've ever had. What do you think, Captain? Yeah, just the comments. I mean, because I was tracking the comments on Twitter and on the YouTube streams and stuff, and people were just trashing the event. They're like, this is so long and it's so boring. Captain says, it is totally the most hated event. Yeah, well, I mean, it's tough for Fortnite, too, because they've had so many great events in the past, like some really great events. I mean, it's hard to top. And this event just did not meet anybody's standards of what they've come to expect. Captain says it didn't make a lot of sense. Tim says, I've been watching The Witcher lately. Greg is in chat saying, looks like roads, not a military base. Hey, Greg, welcome to the stream. Yeah, no, it is a military base. We're working on it still. We are working on it still. All right, so I want this main road to be like an access road. Oh, you know what we should do? We should make this like a guard gate at the front. Like, we should make this like a toll road. I don't know if I can do that so close to the edge of the map here. Let's do it. Let's do it. It makes a lot of sense that this would be a toll road. Let's see. Where is my toll roads? So there's a two-way large toll booth. Does it fit in here? I'm going to have to delete another one. It fits pretty nicely, actually. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that makes so much more sense. So yeah, this is the guard gate to get into the military base. That's so cool. I like it. And then we can curve it into this roundabout from here. Oh, this curve is going to be a little wonky, but I think we could make it work. Hopefully. Hopefully. Space already occupied. How? There we go. All right, that's not bad. It's not bad. And we don't need the crosswalks and things here. So I might do some stuff with line marker or intersection marking tool, but we'll come back to that later. I want to get some more of these roads in. And so I'm thinking right here, you know, this is the access road, and then it's going to come here, and then it will split off into like these side roads. So I want to have some side roads that kind of come off here, and this will really be the start of the military base. Now this is going to be pretty gridded right here, because, you know, military bases they're very practical. I think we'll make this just like a square here. How much did this cost? This cost like $960. All right, we'll do another $960, which will be like right there, and this will come right back to here. Oh, shoot, that's not exactly square. Ah. All right, let me do this again. Try and make this exactly square. Perfect. So we have a nice little square area here, and I want to make this like a park. So usually in what I've noticed in a lot of military bases, they have a big park that's in the center of the whole military base, and they use the park to teach the soldiers how to march. And you'll see, you know, you'll see them like doing like drills out here, like with the soldiers and stuff. So I thought this would be like a cool park here in the middle of the base. And I have a special building I want to put in the middle of this park. I think it would be pretty cool. So we do have to have a road up here, or maybe what we'll do, I have these cool roads here. Maybe we'll do like a cool pedestrian walkway or something. Zonable promenade. Yeah, maybe we'll do something like this, just to show that this is kind of like a special building here. This is really cool looking. So this, ooh, look at this road, guys. I've never used this before. It has like a little road in the middle for emergency vehicles and bikes and stuff, and then pathways on either side. That's so cool. All right, so in the middle here, what I want to do is I have the Washington Obelisk. This is from Washington, D.C., of course, and I just think that would be perfect right in the center of this park. So I'm just going to set it down right here. How much does this cost? $1. This cost me $1. This is the perfect park for starting a city. Look at how gorgeous that looks. Oh, this is so beautiful. I've wanted to use this for a long time now. We're going to move it. We're going to grab this. We're going to move it over here. We're going to spin it around. using holding down Alt so it snaps to a 90-degree angle. We're going to move it right to the end of this road here, so it looks like people will walk up the stairs to get to it. Is this kind of central to this park? It's not really centered. Let's try to make this more centered. So probably like that. That looks pretty good. It's not really centered on this pathway. There, that's pretty good. And look at this, it has a little American flags all the way around this, except they look like they're backwards. Are these flags backwards? What is going on here? The flags are backwards. Who made this? Who made this asset? This is horrible. Backwards American flags? How unpatriotic. Captain is asking me to check out his buddy. He's a singer. You might actually like his music. All right, man. I'll check it out. Does he have a YouTube channel? Greg says, you know, there are military guard stations on the workshop along with guard towers. Greg says bikes get run over by the tanks. Greg says a Russian made this asset. Is this a Russian asset? It's a Russian asset. Let's see if we can remove the flags with Bob. Let's just see what we can remove here. No props. We're stuck with the backwards flags. Oh, that's so horrible. All right. Well, we'll just pretend we can't see the flags, okay? No one mentioned the flags. We will never mention them again. All right, so on this side of the base here, I'm going to start building some buildings. And I have these really cool base buildings. I love these buildings. Let me just pull these up. So I've already made like a filter for all my military base stuff. And I have like tanks and different kinds of things. But I have these like military base buildings. And what I love about these is these are so accurate to real life. I've been on a bunch of military bases and they have so many buildings that look just like this. I don't know who designed these buildings in real life, but like there must have been like one company that made military base buildings and they all look like this. This is so great. And so I have all these different ones and I have residential ones and commercial ones. So we're going to use these and build a little community here on the military base. And so I think we'll just start down this side road here. Maybe we'll leave a little bit of room for some parking or something right there. And so this is a residential building, and we're just going to plop down a couple of these. Are these both residential? Yeah, these are both residential. So I think they face into each other. So you can see the stairways. This goes this way and this goes this way. So they kind of face into each other. And we might couple these up all the way down here. They're like little dormitories for people to stay. I like that idea. So we have all these like little houses over here. And these will function as, oh shoot, I placed this on the wrong side. These will function like houses. So people will move in to the military base and stay at the dorms. I just think that's a great little idea. So I'm going to let this run. And this should already... Oh, they won't have power yet. So let's get power and water and stuff. Let's connect up to this guy. Out of city limits. Shoot. Well, we can change that. We can use move it to just grab this and just drag it in. Just drag it in a little bit into the square. Yeah, when he made the map, he didn't put this far enough into the square here. All right, so we're going to grab these power lines. just going to run them along the back here. And we're going to have them run up to here. And also run over to here. All right, so this should be providing enough power for all of these buildings, and we should have water as well. And then we're going to need something to get across to here. Wait, does this have power already? Does this not need power? It's not complaining or anything. I don't know if that needs power or not. But look at these buildings. I think they're so cool. Looks good to me. This is starting to look like a military base already. What do you guys think? Taco Time's in chat. Hey, man. What's up? All right, so we have some residential stuff. We are also going to need some commercial, and I figure we'll put some commercial along this main road here. I'm beginning to get a little nervous, though. I wonder if this road is going to be large enough. Maybe this road should be a bigger road, because this is going to be a main road right through the center of the military base. Or maybe not. Maybe this will be a side road that won't be very important. Or we'll keep it a small road for right now. It's a small base. I don't need to overbuild the roads for sure. So let's put... I'm trying to think. The military bases I've been on, the roads aren't that big anyway. I can't think of military bases with like gigantic roads. All right, so we're going to use, put some commercial buildings along this main park here. And so they look very similar to the residential ones. Let's see. Is this commercial? This is commercial, and this is commercial. So it's the same kind of thing. Put one. I'd like to put a parking lot like right here. Let's do that first. Parking. That's too big. That's too small. That's too big. This should be just right. Perfect. The exact right size. That is a nice parking lot, too. I don't use this one very much, but this is the perfect size. All right, so parking lot right on the corner. And let's throw in our commercial building. So this one. And then we'll throw in this one. Just so we have a couple of these, couple of commercial buildings here. So I think we'll just put 4 of them. Nothing too crazy. So maybe this will be like... This will be where the soldiers will get their uniforms, I think. They can get their uniforms here. And I think what we'll probably do is extend this road here and wrap it around, I think would be good. And then we can fill this in with more barracks for the soldiers. I think would look really nice. Why is no one moving in? Huh? I'm losing money. This is not good. Is anyone moving in? No one's moving in. Did I break something? Sometimes it takes a while for, you know, cars to spawn in here. But I don't see anybody coming. Let me speed this up. I just want to see if someone's moving in here. You know, I might need to put in some industrial buildings for some jobs and stuff. Let's do that. Let's find a spot for an industrial complex. Maybe I'll put industrial buildings on the other side of this roundabout. Oh, I hate doing that though. That just creates more traffic on the roundabout. That's not necessarily necessary. Um, Maybe I'll put some industry just right over here. Let's go ahead. Let's grab this road. Run that right up the middle here. And then right down the side. Like this. This will be a little industrial complex area right in here. So I'm going to search by low density generic industry and see what we got. We have a lot of different fun kind of looking buildings. Let's find one that looks like it would belong on a military base. Because at the military base, they do have, you know, workshops and things. They have to repair military equipment and different stuff like that. So, you know, maybe something like this would fit in. This looks a little run down. Yikes. That doesn't look too hot. It does say no trespassing. So there's that. So we got one little building in here. Let's see what else we got. Sweatshop. Oof. Sweatshop for the soldiers? We're getting some sketchy buildings going in here. But, you know, they need stuff. Maybe this is like a jet fuel container kind of place or something. I don't know. So we're getting all these kind of interesting buildings in here. What is this one? Ooh, a little tiny facility. Oh, this looks cool. Look at this one. Plastimold. Plastimold. That is a cool looking building. All right, so I think we got some cool stuff in here. Ooh, this is a big old factory. Maybe we'll put this one. I don't want anything too big. Yeah, we'll put that over there. So we'll grab this and let's use Surface Painter and paint in some pavement here. Use my nice pavement brush. I don't know if I like this pavement texture. Do I want to change this? Yeah, maybe I might change this. Let's look for a new pavement texture. I'll show you kind of the process I go through. Yeah, this is fun. Like every map, you create like a set of different textures. So you'll create a texture for the farming grass, and the texture for the regular grass, and a texture for the color of the water, and a texture for the pavement, and a texture for the gravel that runs underneath the train tracks. And this map already came with the texture pack, but I've changed it a little bit. I put in more of the gravel that I like, but I haven't touched the pavement yet. So let's look and see what other pavement I got. And I can just go into here. This is what's called Theme Mixer. It gives you all these different options here. So if I look at terrain, the terrain options, see you can select all these different things for your cliffs, your sand, your oil texture, and this is your pavement texture right here. So if you click on this, we're using Mossy Mountain right now by Mr. Miyagi. That's the pack that came with this map. But we could switch it to this and look at what it does to the texture. So this is a really cool looking texture. I think this might work pretty nicely, actually. This one here. What else do we got? Oh, not that one. Oh, this one is very nice. I really like this one. Oh, that's very bland. Okay, that one's nice. That's pretty nice. Yeah, a lot of these are really nice. Ooh, I like that one too. Italian Coast, Nemesis, and there's not one there. That's a really nice one too. Oh, this is like pavement bricks. I don't know if you guys can see this. Look at it's like a pavement brick texture. That's so cool. Tropico. All right, no, I'm gonna use what was no, not that one, not that one, not that one. Where was the one I saw? This one. I really like this one. I feel like this is very military base. So we're gonna go with this one. And when you change this, I have to like save this as a new name. So I'm gonna call this Rinca Island 3. We'll save that. All right, cool. Yeah, I like this little job area. Okay, so we're going to let this run and see if people move in, because we have the start of a really cool military base here, and I think it's going pretty well, pretty nicely. Oh, let's see. What is this over here? Do we have a cruise ship? No, it's a cargo ship. Look at this really cool cargo ship. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, I got to take a screenshot of this. That's so cool. So cool. Oh, and while we're over here, look at this glorious lighthouse. Isn't that cool? It's a lighthouse, but it didn't work very well because this boat crashed right into the rocks. But I love this little island here. You know what we should do? Is we should make like a little like tropical resort on this little island here. Oh, look at there's like a house here. There's like an old abandoned house. That's so adorable. I love this. Is this a cruise ship over here? Yes, this is a cruise ship. This is like Liam's cruise ship that he's going to be going on. Look at this. How cool is that? That looks swanky. So we have cruises around this. Wait, who let cruises around my secret military base island? I want to know. I want to know about this. Taco Time in chat says, glad to see some city skylines again. Where are you keeping the nukes? We should build like nuclear weapons. Oh, I don't know if I have any good assets for that. But yeah, we should come up with something like that. Greg says no silos yet. Check your off ramp. I've noticed some of the maps aren't set the right direction. Liam says no, that's Carnival. Oh. Are you too good for Carnival cruises, Liam? All right, so this looks like it's the right direction. This looks like it's the right direction. Yeah, they're the right. Those are the right directions. I think we just need to give it some time. That's the right direction. That's the right direction. Unless somehow they're not connected or something. Well, let's just give it some time. I mean, who wouldn't want to live in this beautiful military base? Oh, while we're waiting, I have this, like, cool prop I found. I've used this before. Where is it? Yeah, it's a military base warning sign. Let me put it right here at the entrance to the military base. So I just spin this around. And it just says, restricted area, no trespassing beyond this point. Do you see this? We have cars. Just as we were placing that sign down, we have our first cars, which include a McLaren. It's our first car is a McLaren. And what is this? A 1972 Chevelle. What a contrast. These are the two first people on the military base. Very interesting. This is very, very interesting. What else do we have coming up here? We have this looks like a Leaf. Is this a... No, it's a 2020 Kia Soul. Okay. Kia Soul. And a Cadillac Fleetwood Coupe. All right, some interesting cars coming onto the military base. Oh, look at the license plate on this car. It says Caddy. I like that. All right, let's see where they go. I bet they're moving in to our place here. Yeah, and I know we're going to have to put schools and all that kind of stuff, but I want to at least get some people living in here and making some taxes before we start incurring all these expenses. I don't think this is costing me any money. This is costing me 16 cents a week. So that's not too bad. I wonder, is this actually working? I don't even know. Liam says it needs fences. Greg says the soldiers must be mercenaries to be able to afford some of those cars. Yeah, we do need fences, but fences are not my chief concern right now because nothing else is on this island. There's nothing else. I mean, I know there's a lot of traffic driving through the island, but nothing else is here. It's just the military base. So I'm not going to worry about fences right away, but we will definitely do fences in the future. You know what? Let me set up some of my traffic manager presidential edition settings because you have to set those up for every map, and I haven't set those up yet. So let's go to TMPE, and let's just go through our settings here. General is fine. Oh, I changed this accidentally. Oh, shoot. Where is US? Road signs theme for speed limits. I want US. US. Display speed limits as miles per hour instead of kilometers per hour. Yes and yes. We need miles per hour. Okay, simulation accuracy very high. Do I need very high? I don't know if I need very high. But we'll just keep it like that for now. Okay, so gameplay. Holy City. No, I like to increase this to allow at least some people breaking the rules. So we'll do some minor complaints. We'll add road condition has bigger impact on vehicle speed for sure. Individual driving styles, yes. Disable despawning, I don't know about that. Enable advanced vehicle AI. This makes a big difference. So I'm going to turn that on. Dynamic lane selection, I'm going to bump this up. You don't bump this up too much because this will really churn your computer if you bump this up too much. So I bump it up to 15%, just enough. It's just a little bit. This makes a big difference though. Parking AI I want turned on. That means everybody has to use the parking lots. Prevent unnecessary transfers at public transportations. I'll put that on. Allow buses in Old Town districts. Yes. Taxis. Yes. Okay, so policies. I usually turn most of this stuff on. Yeah. Vehicles can go straight. Follow priority rules. Dedicated turning lanes. On roads. Vehicle restrictions. I'll just say normal. Yeah, we'll ban that. Yep. Highways. Yeah, we'll enable all of this. Heavy vehicles prefer outer lanes on highways. Yes, I want that. Okay, overlays. I don't think we need any of that. Maintenance, keybinds, I think we're good. All right, so basically I went through here and turned on all the different options that you can turn on with TMPE because I like playing with most of it turned on. And the biggest The biggest differences that you see is when you turn on parking AI, it'll make people use these parking lots. And when you turn on the advanced artificial intelligence, that really makes your traffic run smoother. Because what it does, just in case people don't know, the way the game normally works in terms of traffic is, let's say somebody at one of these houses wants to go work over here. So the person will come out of the house, and then the game will say, okay, what's the shortest route from here to here? And it will draw a line, and then the guy will go take that trip. Well, the artificial AI with Traffic Manager Presidential Edition, if you turn it on, what it will do is the guy will start going on the route, and then if it gets to, and every so often, it will recheck. So maybe the guy gets to this intersection, and then it rechecks and says, okay, now what's the quickest route to get to here? And the thing is, if there's a traffic jam here, then he might change his direction to go around here to get to here. So you can see just from that example how much a difference that can make. And the reason what that ends up happening is, in the base vanilla game, you end up getting these on like roads. Like, let's say you'll have this road here. It's like a multi-lane road, and you'll end up getting everybody using the same lane. If you play vanilla, that happens a lot, where you'll have like a whole line of cars in one lane. And that's because they've all chosen their destination from the start, and then they all just like stay in that pathway. But if they were to just check to say, oh, if I just move over one lane, I could get to my destination faster. And so that's what ends up happening, is instead of everyone being on one lane, they'll like move over a lane, or they'll move over another lane, or it just allows them to change their mind and use a different lane, which is really cool. It's really pretty cool. Is this 4 lanes? This is a 4-lane highway. I didn't realize that. Most highways in this game are 3-lane highways, but this is a 4-lane highway, which is pretty intense. Oh, I love all the trucks. Look at these cool trucks we have. These are special. We downloaded from the Steam Workshop just to give a couple of different looks from the normal vanilla trucks. But these look really, really cool. And I like the palm trees on here too. So this looks good. We got people moving in. We have people. Are people working yet? No, we got 1 of 32 workers. We need more. We need more people living here. Okay, wait, hold on. How many people live in these houses? 1 of 1, 2 of 2. This is not enough people. How many barracks are in here? There's like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like a ton of barracks. This is not good. We got to change this. All right, how many soldiers do you think would live in each one of these barracks? I want to say like 20. It would be more than 1. That's for sure. All right, let's count the windows. Assuming there's like a bed on each one of these windows. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's just say 10. Round number, 10. 10, 20, 30, 40. You could get 40 people per bed, or 40 people per building. So let's use some Rico magic and up this. We're going to add a local. We're going to say, oh, wait a second. If I up this to 40, it's 40 households, not people. So I have to be careful. So maybe not 40, but let's say 15. I think that'll give me... Oh, hey! Thank you, Donna, for subscribing. Welcome to the stream. Let's say 15, because that's 15 households, and each household you end up getting people, you end up getting couples, and you end up getting kids. So I think overall that will probably end up being like 40. I'm just guesstimating. It varies, so you have to figure it out. All right, so we're going to save and apply changes. All right, so that is good for that one. And then this one, we'll have to do the same thing. Add local, do 15. All right, so that just majorly upped our buildings here. Okay, we got lots of crime going on. That is not good. What is going on here? I feel like these should be a little bit further apart because these look like loading. Yeah, these are like loading docks. So there should be more space in here. Let's move these. So each of these have 4 workers. That looks pretty reasonable to me. But we are going to move it and just move these on down. So maybe let's grab all 3 of these. We'll hold Alt so it snaps to the grid. We'll move this down 1. Then we'll grab this one by itself. We'll hold Alt, move this down 1 little block. And then we'll use our surface painter tool to just paint this in with some pavement here. Just to get... So this looks like an actual loading dock. And, you know, again, if this is a military base, it's very practical, very utilitarian. This would definitely be paved out through here. So something like that. Actually, let me just get this little bit here. There we go. Nice little paved area. And I'll have to add some trees and stuff. I haven't really figured out what I'm going to do yet. Actually, let's do that over here. So I don't like these trees. These are the vanilla trees. We need to change that. So maybe let's pick a tree. Let's go find a tree we can put on here. Let's use... street tree. I have a couple of really nice street trees. That's a little too big. Oh, that's pretty nice. It's a conifer, though. We wouldn't really have conifers in the tropics, I don't think. I just want like a little tree. We could always use the young linden, but I don't really want to use the young linden. I had some nice street trees, though. Plain street tree. Oh, that's nice. I wish it was a little bit bigger, though. Oh, that is nice. This is a larger street tree. And this is like medium. So I kind of like this medium look here. Cannot upgrade. What? I can't upgrade with this tree? Why not? Oh, it's like I got both of these selected. Okay, I don't know what the deal is, but it's not letting me upgrade. But maybe I can use Bob and trick it. Tree. Street tree medium is what we were looking at. So we will change that. And then we'll do the same thing on this one. We'll change this to street tree medium. We might even do the taller one. No, that doesn't look so good. Medium. Yeah, we'll do the medium one. All right, already, that looks really cool. I like that. Yeah, that makes a big difference. All right, so along the edge of this, you know, and I know this is the tropics. We'd probably have like palm trees and stuff, but on this center park, I want to have more like they're trying to make this a domesticated looking park. You know, they're going out of their way to use more American looking trees, I guess. So we're going to go into our menu here And probably, I just want something like more meaty, like this chestnut tree. And then just run this along the edges of this park. Let's go ahead and use our line tool here. And this is going to be way too close together. Let's go ahead and space this out. Like a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. And that's like perfect. That is perfect. Look at that. Such great spacing. I love it. And this one doesn't quite work out. I might have to move these ones slightly. So anyway, there's just some nice trees around the edge of the park. Let's grab all these, kind of center these a little bit better. I like that. Maybe I'll grab these. Just going to select just trees. Grab all of these and maybe line these up a little bit better. That looks nice. Maybe I will grab these and line these up a little bit better. Perfect. What a lovely little park. All right, let's keep this running because I want these houses to balance themselves out since we gave all these like areas here. Oh, look at, they're already mostly filled up. Look at that. So many people are living here. That's great. We're still having problems over here. These people say they need services. Is that what this means? Yeah, too few services. Yeah. We are having a services problem over here. We need police and all that kinds of stuff. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. What I want in this park, though, I mentioned, like, you know, something you'll see happening in these parks is you'll see soldiers marching, you know, practicing their drills or whatever they practice. So we're going to put some soldiers in. Hey, Chase is cool is in chat. Hey, man. Chase says, Zach, have you thought about playing the new Fortnite season? Question mark. What do you guys think? Should I play the Fortnite season? We were talking about that earlier. I've been watching streams of the new Fortnite season, so I've been staying on top of it. But I haven't played it yet. Greg says you need military police. I was looking on the workshop to see if there's any military police cars, and I didn't see any. Yeah, usually military bases have their own, like, police force. But maybe we'll have to figure out something. All right, so I do have these... Let's go here. Let's go to props. I do have these, like, soldiers. It's really kind of cool. And I know I talked before where I don't usually use like props of people. I usually don't do that, but I think this would be a good. Well, I had to download these anyway for some reason. I had to download these for like one of the assets I use, so I had them anyway. Since I have to download them, I might as well use them, and this is like the perfect use for them. So we could grab a soldier. And we could put them in a line as if they are marching. And I thought that would be really cool. So let's go ahead and we're going to change these to 90 degrees. So which way are they facing? Okay, so they're facing towards me. Okay, let's make yeah, I feel like this is about right. I feel like I'm playing with toy soldiers. All right, so we place them down like that. That is a lot of dust that's going on here. These soldiers are kicking up all kinds of dust. So if I select all of these guys and just copy them, we can just put them like this as if they're marching. in a straight line. It's just this group of men who's doing their marching drills. Look at this. That's so cool. And then we could have maybe this is like their leader guy yelling at them. To march faster, men. March faster. What do you think? Do these look like soldiers or what? I think that looks pretty cool. I don't know if these look like American soldier uniforms. Like, what military is this from? Is this from England? I don't know if these look like American uniforms. What is it? Does it say in the description here? What does this say? It just says active army. Active army. So maybe it is American. I don't know. But I think that's a cool look. Marching out in front of the Washington Monument. Chase says, Zach, when it said hours, it didn't work. Do you know why? The chat's probably not on. I have to check. I don't know. I'll check after the stream. Taco Time says lots of crime at the base. Sounds right to me. Maybe it's Fort Hood. Do bases have problems with crime? I would think they wouldn't, because I wouldn't go on a military base and commit a crime. That seems like you're asking for trouble. Look at all these cars out here parked in front of the bases. Look at this one. We got a cool station wagon here. And then what is this? 1985 Chevy Blazer. That's cool. It's pink. So lots of different cars, different vehicles. Ooh, look at this truck. This is a Ford F-250. That looks fancy. Ooh, I like the detail in the back. Look at that. Very cool. All right, so I think people are moving in. People are happy, but we do need some services. So I think we're going to start off the stream tomorrow with adding some services. But what do you think of my military base so far? I think so far it's starting out pretty cool. We're going to have to do the airport over here and start, building everything up. But one step at a time, we will get there. I have to grow my population first before we get into, airports and that kind of thing. So just have to keep working on it. We are making money, which is good. This is probably the most successful start to a city I've ever had, because I mean, we just started. I'm already making money, but we haven't added the police station and stuff yet. So that's probably the only reason why. Taco Time says, looks good. Thanks, man. Yeah, so I hope you guys will like this kind of new project I'm working on. This isn't necessarily a new city. I just wanted to build a military base, and I've never really done like a big full-on one before. So this should be pretty interesting. I hope you guys like it. And, keep watching, because the 15th of this month, the new DLC drops. So I'm going to be playing all the new content, and it's going to be epic. So that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And everybody remember, no matter what is going on in your life, to always do something fun every single day. Until next time, this is Zach signing off.